and today I'm going to take a little look at the Dictador XO Perpetual. Now the Dictador XO Perpetual is a flagship rum of the company, the Dictador range, along with the Insolent. And the Dictador company, they hail from Cartagena in Colombia, which is on the Caribbean coast, and their heritage goes way back to 1913, to when the Distillería Colombiana was first formed. If you take a look at their website, you can read some more on their history. It's very interesting, and you can get a bit more info of that. They are well known among the rum world for producing some very tasty rums. Amongst those rums, the 100-month range of rums, which are 4 in total, and also the 20-year-old Solera, are all rums that I have reviewed in the past, and you can catch up on my back catalogues for those reviews. They're also well known as they like to be a luxury goods, more of a lifestyle company, and they also produce aged gins that have been aged in ex-rum casks, so you get really, really lovely oakum flavours from those rum casks. And they also do coffee, and they're now getting into cigars as well, so why not? Rum and cigars is always a good mix. This particular rum is a Solera rum, and is said to be distilled in an antique alembic copper still, and which basically functions as a copper pot still. The Solera system that is utilised on this this rum is a traditional family system of a cascade system, and basically it's they take a selection of their rums, they put them into ex-bourbon casks, age them, and then only the finest ex-bourbon casks are used and utilised, along with, if I'm not mistaken, the casks used in the Solera are bourbon, port, and sherry. So I believe, from the information I've been able to find. And then Hernan Parra, the master blender, he selects the finest from the vintage years, and he then blends them with the older rums. With a cascade system, it's older rums on the bottom, younger on the top, and hence the name Cascade. We take a little look at the way it's presented. Comes in a nice sturdy box, magnetised on the side so it doesn't keep flipping open. So really is quite nicely presented. The bottle is of the. They have these bottles designed in Japan, and you can tell they're coated and they're non-slip. Really nice. I love the bottles. I love the shape of the bottles. Very distinctive. So presented very nicely. When you look at the rum itself, lovely dark golden mahogany colour, so really nice on the eyes. Now, aroma and taste. We get a little bit and do a little tasting on this now and see what we think of it. On the aroma, you get deep aromas of maple and butterscotch. You really do. It's quite it's I like to call it the Dictador signature. Basically, you get that in quite a few of their rums. It's really lovely. You then get a distinctive element that steals the show, and that is the cocoa and chocolate. Really does just meld together. They're very melding together in there. The cocoa and the chocolate is wonderful. Perfect partnership. Then it reveals roasted coffee beans and cinnamon and baking spices. It is quite delicious. And then it fades to pipe tobacco. Wonderful. It really is lovely. Now, have a little taste. Wow. The taste sidewinds your senses completely. because on the nose you get the upfront distinctive maple and toffee and chocolate and coffee elements that come through and are really prominent. But on entry, it's velvety smooth, quite subtle. You get a nice build of oak and a very little astringency. Just a hint of astringency that just all adds to the story. It all comes through beautifully. And then you get the wonderful coffee and cacao sort of flavours of chocolate come through. It's beautiful. Just tantalise your taste buds. It's wonderful. Have a little taste. You get, it starts with a little sweetness, not over the top, just builds lovely with a little sweetness. Almost immediately fades, almost immediately I'd say, to a dry oaken peppery tobacco finish. Really does. It's wonderful. It's really easy drinking, but really nice. What I like about this rum is that it totally, from aroma to flavour, you taste, on aroma you get those upfront elements of what you like, coffee, chocolate, butterscotch, that really are prominent and in your face. But then when you taste it, it's quite refined and subdued, and really is wonderfully easy drinking rum. I like it. There's no question about it. Now, price wise, it's not a cheap rum. This is going to cost you about £87 in the UK. If you look around, you can probably get a better deal. I'm not sure. It's all up around about the £80 mark for the Perpetual and the Insolent. But it really is a lovely one to try, and like I say, it is one of the flagship rums of the Dictador range, and I don't think you'll go wrong by giving it a little go and sitting back. And if you've got a cigar and you're into your cigars, have a cigar with it. That really is enjoyable. Now, my name's Andy. This has been my little look at Dictador Perpetual. Until next time, enjoy.